So it's going to be a rant, and I apologize to the audience. Just bear with me for a second. Let's walk through checking out at Chipotle today, or Target, or Starbucks. It's all the same story. Let's say Chipotle banks at Bank of America, and let's say I bank at Chase, and I have a Visa card. And this is a lot of my presentation. So for those that haven't seen it, you can go watch on YouTube. I walk into Chipotle, I swipe the card. And that's effectively me asking Chipotle, hey, can I pay you for the burrito? Now, what happens is Chipotle's point of sale, say it's Blackhawk, say it's NCR, say it's Toast, say it's Clover, any of these things, Chipotle's point of sale is going to send to Bank of America, where Chipotle banks, and says, we have someone that's asking to pay us. We've received a message of someone that wants to pay. And they send that to Bank of America. Bank of America is going to read the first digit of the card and realize it's a Visa card. And then they're going to ask Visa, they're going to say, hey, one of our customers, as in Chipotle, is being asked to being paid. And supposedly one of your partners, Visa, issued the card to this consumer. Can you figure out which bank issued the card and ask if they're good to pay? And so then Visa realizes I bank with Chase, and Chase issued me the Visa card. And Visa asked Chase, hey, is Jack good? Is he good to pay? Right? And Chase says, yeah, Jack's good. And Chase tells Visa, Jack's good. Visa tells Bank of America, Jack's good. Bank of America tells the point of sale system, Jack's good. Then out comes the receipt and I eat my burrito. Now, let's call that the messaging layer, Will. Now, can you digitally move a dollar? Can you digitally move a piece of paper? Can you digitally move a rock? Can I digitally move an art piece, a collectible, a Vincent van Gogh painting? No. So all payments before Bitcoin were promises of future settlement, were debt promises, right? And so that payment to me is completed, to Chipotle is completed, is that the receipt came out the fucking machine, I'm eating the burrito, but no money actually moved. There was just a messaging layer of the bank, the consumer banks with the bank, the acquirer of Bank of Chipotle, and the card network in between gave it the thumbs up and said, we're going to settle this later. Okay. And then the actual settlement later takes 2 to 15 days. And that's where Chipotle ends up getting, if of my $10 burrito, they only get 97% of it. And those guys take the 3% to actually settle the physical value. Okay. And then if you extend that, and so we have the messaging layer and the settlement layer. The settlement layer is behind the scenes. It's different. That's when Chipotle gets their money 30 days later. They get a lot less of it. Those guys take 3% of it.
3%
and that's
insane.
It's insane.
Yeah.
But then to think that like all payments are promises of future settlement. They are in principle, they are all debt. If you're moving dollars digitally, no matter what, there is a sense of debt. There's a sense of credit worthiness. You cannot achieve finality digitally with the dollar in real time. Okay. And so Chipotle has to, every time they accept money that isn't cash, they have to infer a sense of debt and credit to the banks and wait for their money to settle and pay whatever they're like, being lobbied to pay. Right. Okay. So you have the messaging layer and the settlement layer. Take Western Union. It's the same thing. When I want to move money to El Salvador and I tell Western Union, the dollars aren't actually moving. There's a messaging layer where I ask Western Union, can I move that money? And then the actual settlement layer is their ability to talk with corresponding banks, different MSOs, and then actually credit the money in El Salvador. But the physical dollars aren't actually moving. So there's a messaging layer and a settlement layer. So messaging layer, settlement layer. And the insane thing about Bitcoin is it's the first digital physical instrument ever. And so now in the messaging layer, you can actually embed money and settle at the same time, right? And so now when I tell Chipotle, hey, I'd like to buy your burrito, in that message, which is traditionally a card swipe or an Apple Pay, I wave my phone at the machine and I double click the side and it face IDs me. Whatever the message is, like, I'd like to pay you. Inside of that message, I can actually embed a physical digital instrument called Bitcoin that can settle at the same time.